clause? Is there any societal importance and significance to the funding? Okay. Then, is there anything novel to your work? Okay. Okay, a person has done something in Kirkland. Okay. Let me do the same thing with some other polyphenol. Will it fetch me funding? It's quite obvious for the industrial, for an industry that with a curcumin or whatever, since it is a well-known product in India, I mean product from natural this thing, and I'm giving you that as an example. Every time I give that as an example, okay? So it's quite obvious for the industry to understand that even for a common man that A, curcumin works, B, similar to that structure, polyphenol, adhe madri triterpenoids. Okay, so this will work. So this will, maybe it will help you to complete your degree. Are you able to understand? But you are not actually adding something to the society. Okay, please remember that. So whenever you want to write a proposal, first நமக்கு என்ன இருக்கும், நம்மளோட ரிசர்ச் கேட்ட மாதிரி தான். Definitely every one of us நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சதை நம்ம பார்ப்போம், கரெக்டா? We look at a proposal or a project which is initially is able to be understandable by us, right? Okay, that way you will be searching. Okay, so when you do it, make sure initially, generally everybody writes a summary at the end of the proposal. What I suggest is you start writing a summary of a proposal initially. Are you able to understand? That will give you an idea of how exactly you can expand your proposal. Your summary is an extended abstract. Are you able to understand? Maybe to a 600 word. It should be in such a way that every reviewer of proposal, remember, reads the summary, and the reviewer is so what is that well known in that area of research. She or he will understand the moment you read the summary whether there is any novelty or not in your proposal. Okay, then only they start looking at the aim, objective, and the kind of methodology you have adopted, even if it is for a student related project. Okay, there should be some novelty and some societal importance. For your proposal to be catchy, you might have 10 products with you which is of similar outcome. Okay, but you know the way a person does marketing to a particular product, definitely that will reach the market. You are sure, right? Okay, marketing doesn't mean that you need to spend a lot. It can be a simple means. Here your summary is the way you write a summary really is important. Your summary should start with an introduction which will provide you and which will provide the reader an understanding of how significant this field of research is. Are you able to understand? How are you taking it to going to make sure that there is a logical conclusion to the gap in literature. Are you able to understand, which you have identified in your introduction? Okay, so it is like 3 to 4 to 5 sentences, but you need to write everything within these few sentences. Remember, it's very easy for you to write a long article. Okay, but short sentences you really need to put your mind. Okay, of course there are online tools which will help you to refine. There is nothing wrong in making use of online tools, but please don't ask it to write. You put your mind. You can ask the online tools to refine your writing. Okay, that's very important. Otherwise, what will happen? It's like your mind. There will be no novelty in what it is writing at the end of 10th or 11th time you ask. Okay, they are able to understand. So make sure that you provide inputs. Then only these online tools will give you something novel which will refine your project. Are you able to understand? Make sure that you again refine it. You read it 3 to 4 to 5 times. And the fifth time நம்ம படிக்கிறதுக்குள்ள நம்ம ஏதோ டிஃபரெண்டா கொண்டு வந்துக்கோமே. We have done something differently. That feeling should be there. You are able to understand when you write it summary. Then coming to your the starting part of your summary is your introduction and your capital literature. Then comes your methodology. Are you able to understand? How are you going to address this? Okay. In the future, you might ask for a funding, which might be, say, crores, lakhs, etc. But now you are all kids or your students. You have some projects where you can like student projects, correct, ma'am?
Yes.
So they like 20 or 30,000. Okay. Make sure for anything, even if it is a short-term project or a long-term project, there should be a logical conclusion in whatever you are asking. At this instance, you will be only getting a support to the project you have undertaken. Okay. But whenever you write, that doesn't mean that you don't have so enough money to do n number of parameters. Nothing like that. You should identify a measurable journal search there, which comes under the category of Science Citation Index expanded, SCI and SCEI. Please choose such kind of journals, okay, which will to write to provide references and also to read literature. Okay, because these are the journals where whenever people submit a work, it undergoes n number of peer reviews. Are you able to understand? So by
Third
that
BDS.
it comes and the paper gets published.
Third BDS
Your
column
already your work is
next
already
column la
reviewed
science.
by piece in that particular field.
Column la third BDS.
So they have given
Next
their
column la
perspective to refine the paper. Of course, there might be lacunate in any publication that you have this thing. That will provide an initiative for your further research. Okay. So these few review articles based on such this thing. Again, I suggest go and read articles from Science Citation Index expanded. Okay. Now so you have a little bit idea about how to write a proposal. Am I clear on this? Coming to our funding agencies. See, this is one website where you should, as a student of medical and medical related fields, your first choice of your funding agency, it should be ICMR. Okay. So you have a look at this. See, just have a look at the kind of research proposals they are asking for, in what field they are asking for. Okay. This will give you might not have reached that particular number of years of experience or the kind of understanding of research, but nevertheless it will definitely give you an idea about what exactly is research and how research topics in India is selected for. Okay, you are able to understand. So every time ICMR generally calls for proposal based on the need for it. Okay, need for that particular period of time. Read it. Intramural. You should be looking at extramural terms. Okay. Investigated, initiated, small grants. Have a look at it. Okay. You might come up with an idea. Go and meet your, your guide or even a professor or something. Just tell your idea. Write a proposal, sort of. You might not be part of that proposal while submitting the research grant, but definitely your professor will definitely make sure that if the project is granted, your part of the initiation of your project. You are able to understand because the idea has come from you. Okay. So you have this investigator initiated research projects, investigated intermediate. So have a look at such kind of things, and then you will definitely be able to write few projects for what is that PG and UG funds. There are definitely ICMR initiatives for PG and UG research projects. You are able to understand. And look at the templates. They would have given a template. Make sure that you are adopting to that template. It's very important to follow those. The template itself will provide you an understanding of how exactly a research proposal should be. And in every sentence and every methodology you write, make sure you ask few research questions. That's very important. Okay. Research question is very important for you to make sure that you are able to write a project in a proper fashion so that your reviewer is able to understand what exactly you are trying to say and how it is going to benefit the society. Okay, so this is what website which you should look at. To announce proposal based on interdisciplinary research. I told you, right, this is very important. Okay, so today science is about collaboration of different fields. Remember that. Okay, then you have individual and collaborative research under this category. Then you have science, innovation and technology. You also have social science interface with science and technology. Okay, remember that. So there are few apps, etc., which will also benefit dental field. You are able to understand. Also, social science can also be some kind of questionnaire based. Again, a general questionnaire content. Okay, it should have some, as I told you, societal implications. Okay, so that way you please make sure that you can note down. You always have a look at this Anusandhan website. Try to understand this website. You are at this age. We never had this kind of exposure the way you are being, exposed with such available data. Okay. For instance, there are many days, etc., which is being celebrated, right? Okay. There are many competitions. Why exactly this is done? Do you have any idea why exactly this is done? Today you have to celebrate Mother's Day and Red Cross Day. Then you have some, National Science Day. You are able to understand, like every week, 2 or 3 in the day, like some days being celebrated, right? Especially for even at school level, college level, everywhere, in every school this is being adopted. Do you know the reason? Why? Any of you? To know the importance and to create an awareness. Swachhata, cleanliness. நம்ம சின்ன பிள்ளையிலே இருக்கிற பழக்கம் தானே, காத்தால எழுந்து யோசை பல் தேய்வோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு சின்ன பிள்ளையில from correcta? Okay, from the day you are when the parents feel that you can be independent, you are taught with these values. Okay, the importance of each and everything. Similarly, you are being taught with importance of such kind of this thing. Some of you might understand, some of you might not understand now, but definitely this will be etched in your mind. You are able to understand. At some point of time, this will definitely help you in your field of research or whatever you have undertaken. Okay. Okay.